Just wanted to give everybody an update because I feel guilty. I did not make a Money Monday video basically reviewing last week's earnings. I'm honestly thinking about discontinuing that because it really isn't helpful to people in other markets, honestly. I know I'm primarily geared towards the Nashville, Tennessee and Middle Tennessee area markets, but I don't know. It just it's getting a little, it seems almost like I'm bragging, and I'm really not. I'm just trying to give people an idea of what the market is like here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. But I may discontinue that. But so last week, the last video I made, and it may have concerned some of you, I hope it didn't, is that I was going to go out and drive in the ice and snow, and I did, and I made a lot of money last week. Thursday night I did pretty well, decent. I mean, I was busy all night long. A lot of them, though, it really annoyed me because there were a ton of people requesting X rides and regular Lyft rides, knowing good and well that their cars were probably not going to be able to get them where they need to get them. They should have all been requesting Plus or XL SUVs or something, because some of the side streets in Nashville, the main streets were pretty clear. They were a little bit wet and stuff like that, and they did start to refreeze a little towards the wee hours of the morning, but most of them were clear. But the side streets were pretty treacherous. Some of the hills that were like that, and they were covered in snow and ice, that could be a problem. It wasn't a problem for my vehicle. My vehicle was like made for this stuff. I don't know. I've never really tested this vehicle out in that type of driving before, but man, it passed with flying colors. It's got like a snow gear, or a snow mode, which basically all that does, the simplest way to explain it is that if you have a regular car that has a gear shift that has 1, 2, and 3 at the end of PRNDL, or actually it may not have L, it may just have 1, L is low, it would basically put you in second or 2 on your gear shift. That way you don't, I love you too, buddy, that way you don't, it starts out with lower torque and less revving up, so you don't slide as much. So that was what I did, and I didn't have a problem at all. I've got a V6 in here, 3.5 liter, which is not huge, but it's a decent size. I mean, it has some power to it. I have pretty new tires, and also, like I said, the snow mode helped me quite a bit. And the reason I have some new tires, actually, is because of road hazard warranty. Oh, okay, you're at Doc's. Sorry, that's my son talking. Good Lord, why is every freaking car wash everywhere completely packed? Even at this late in the day, this is ridiculous. In Fairview, no less. Anyway, so this is stupid. I was trying to wash my nasty freaking car, but everybody in the world, I guess, had the same freaking idea, even though I thought I would have missed it at 7 o'clock. I guess not. So, I guess I would just be driving with a salt-covered car tonight. I really don't give a shit. Anyway, so there was salt all over the roads, and as a result, it is all over my car. I wanted to, like I just said, get it washed off, but there's like 7 deep on all these car washes, and I know this little car wash here, it takes forever for it even to finish the wash cycle, so I'll be there for like almost an hour. So anyway, but last weekend, I just want to let you know, Saturday by far was my biggest night. I got a couple of 550% prime time regular lifts. I wish they had been pluses, but they weren't. And one of them was a decent length one. It was all the way out to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, which is about 19 miles outside of town. So, interesting story. Sorry, the stupid Uber app keeps popping up. Would you like to stay online? No, I wouldn't. Anyway, no, Uber Lyft is not brought its pack. There was no Uber and Lyft people in there. It's just people trying to get their cars washed off, buddy. But anyway, Saturday night was by far my biggest night, period. It was ridiculous. Like I said, I got a 550% lift from downtown. It was actually from FGL, but the guy requested it, and I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion that he put it in a slightly lower prime time zone, which 550% is pretty damn high. So, because he had it up on Demunbrian Street in front of Tin Roof, right around in that area. So I called him and I was like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm at FGL." I'm like, "Okay, well, your pin says you're up on Demunbrian, which is a good, like, almost a mile, I guess. I was trying to think of how many blocks there were between there and there, but it's about a mile roughly. So he was like, I said, man, I've already arrived here because that's where you said it was. And I said, so it's probably going to start the trip, which honestly, in my opinion, it should have started the trip anyway, and it did. And he didn't have a problem with that. He didn't have a problem with how much it's going to cost either. So that ride was over $100 by itself. And that was just a regular Lyft. It wasn't a plus at all. So really great weekend. I ended up actually over $1,000 for the weekend. Saturday night, like I said, was by far the biggest night of mine. I had over $500 that night. It was probably one of my biggest single nights ever. And I really didn't work that super late. So it's just totally insane. Just crazy. I don't know. So I heard a couple of things that are news for this area. Number one, I have heard from a guy who's like an ambassador for Lyft that you're going to be able to choose plus only pretty soon, which is a huge benefit for me. That's amazing for me. If I can do Lyft plus only, that's a game changer for me. As long as the demand is there. If the demand is not there, I'll be running XL and Select on Uber and XL or Plus on Lyft. If I can get nothing but XL and Plus rides, that's a game changer for me if I can get that all night long. Also, I have read that Mississippi drivers can no longer drive in Tennessee without prior approval, so they have to go into the hub to get approved. So that's it, guys. I'm going to do another video later. I'm actually at a drive-thru right now, trying to get something to eat because I'm starving to death. And you guys have a great night. If you're out driving, please be careful. Yeah, there's Lyft Premium. I can't get Lyft Premium. It's way too new for me. So I'm out of here, guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks, and if you're driving, be safe.